Good morning, everyone. Today, Bezrat Hashem, B'siyat Dishmaya, we'll continue Siman Reish Ayin Hey. We'll do we're going to start Dalet Hey and Vav, Zayin and Ches. We'll do it's a very short ones. We just ended by when you actually read from a candle. So if you tell someone Ten Da'atcha alai, means watch me. So then he could read next to the candle. But if you didn't tell someone, then it's forbidden. Now we're going to talk what about Odom Choshu? We're talking about what about children that they have a matrabalim, they have afraid. What about a bonfire? It's a big fire. What happens then? You could read it, you can't read. So each one has quality and has plus and has minus. So we'll see. Odom Choshu. She'en darko b'chol le'atot, mutar b'chol gavne. A person that is Odom Choshu, respectable person, so then, even in the weekday, he doesn't even touch the light, he's busy. So the Choyat says, mutar b'chol gavne. But the Mishnah Brurah says that you shouldn't do it. Why? Even by Odom Choshu. That it says, Rabbi Shmuel ben Elisha, that he put himself, he put himself like a head, but he says that sometimes people forget and they're so busy with the learning and they need the light so they'll touch it. So that's why it should be a problem. He says, "V'yesh mekelim." Anyhow, b'medura aloche hey, that's aloche dalet. Now we'll do aloche hey. B'medura when it's a big fire. Afilu asara en koirim, ke'echad en koirim. Even by if 10 people and they're all reading the same thing, generally what we said in the halacha before, that if all of them read the same thing should be mutar. But here we say it's also. Why? Because a fire is a different sebab. A fire, everybody's busy, even though you're allowed to warm yourself next to the fire, but everybody's focused on himself. They have first it's spread, and they're not really watching. That's why you cannot read.
First what?
They spread.
Oh.
And also, since it's everybody's in themselves, so they don't read, they don't watch. משום דורי ויש רחוקים זה מזה, ועוד שזנבות עובדים סמוכים להם. אין זה מכיר כשבא חברו להעביר לחטות. So it's not really focusing that its friend is wants to play with the fire, and that's why by Medura should be the reason should be also. And for sure, sitting next to the fire, even though it's allowed, yeah. But some people say that we're not choishish, yeah. Some people say you shouldn't sit next to the fire because of the small pieces. So maybe you want to play with the fire, yeah. And but some people say no, we're not choishish for that. That's I think Taz says you're allowed, and the Taz says you shouldn't, yeah. And the other view says you could. Small babies that they read next to the candle. So they have imat rabalim. That's how we say they're afraid from the Rabbi. So they're not going to touch it. What happened if the Rabbi is not there? So that is in machloikas. If you're not the Rabbi, they said it's forbidden.
But in the schoolroom they have the fire, right?
They have the light, the candle. So since they educated not to touch it, yeah. So the chera it's mutar, but the Rabbi says it's awesome. Next halacha, since we're afraid that he's going to play around, mutar likro halacha zayin, mutar likro BaMeh Madlikin lo haner, shelo mazkir usur Shabbos ve'echishkach. He tells you the whole time what you could light, what you can't light. He tells you what you're allowed. Maybe that's why it should be should be mutar. But
what should be mutar?
Should be mutar to read BaMeh Madlikin, the peg BaMeh Madlikin, because it's like telling you it's like a shomer. Yeah. But what happens if you learn other things? That will be also because it doesn't remind you that you cannot touch the fire. Aloche ches noagim likro belel Yom Kippur b'machzeri b'pnei shemes Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is much a special din that since Eim Asadin you don't touch, you'll be afraid. Then you're allowed to read with the machzer. What happened with Rosh Hashanah? But there's machlekes. Rosh Hashanah is not a Mesadin. It's also, even though it's a din, but in certain ways it's a Yom Tov, so it's a mokum to be martyr. Tomorrow, Bezrat Hashem, we'll talk about the Agoda. What happened to the Agoda? You can read it next day or not. You know, if it's a heker, not a heker. What happened checking vessels? You need a little bit check. You're allowed or not. Anyhow, Bezrat Hashem, have a good day today.